Alright guys, before I get started on the video, Brisbane versus Geelong on Thursday, as you know, and the person with the closest tip will get a shout out on the next predictions or my next round 6 review video. So make sure to put your predictions down below in the comments, what team you think is going to win and how much by. This is only for the Thursday night game. The closest person will get a shout out. G'day guys, how's it going? Wills2K, and I'm back again with my round 6 tips. There's going to be a lot of close games this week, I predict. As you know, all the Victorian teams are now in either Perth or Brisbane or Gold Coast. So yeah, I'll be doing my tips, and make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. Alright, so the first game of the round is the Lions and the Cats at the SCG, so it's no one's really home advantage, to be fair there. But it's going to be an absolute ripper of a game. Can't wait for that Thursday night. I don't know who to really tip, to be honest, but both coming off a massive win. Geelong comfortably beat Gold Coast in the end, and Brisbane beat the top of the table, Port Adelaide. So by that form, I think the Lions should get the win over the Cats. They just looked amazing. Other than the first round against the Hawks, they got blown away. Not blown away, but got beat pretty easily. So anyway, my tip would be the Lions by 17 points. Alright, so the next game is Friday night, and it is Collingwood and Hawthorn at GWS's stadium. So yeah, I forgot about that. I said Perth, Brisbane and Gold Coast, and also Sydney teams are quarantining too. Anyway, Collingwood and Hawthorn, both coming off very disappointing losses, especially Collingwood. 2 losses on the trot now, and both of them have been very disappointing. Hawthorn, however, have been off pretty good form, other than last week's game. That was pretty disappointing for the Hawks. They just got outplayed by the Giants. Giants were very, very good. But I can't see Collingwood losing 3 in a row. This is their 3rd Friday night game in a row, the Pies, so I reckon they should redeem themselves here and get over the Hawks by 8 points in a thriller of a game. Alright, so the next game is Freo and St Kilda at Metricon Stadium. The Saints are coming off some red-hot form. They are looking very, very good indeed, and it's really good watching them play. They have played a very good brand of footy, especially against us. They've blown us out the water, and Richmond, and then they did the same thing to Carlton. And the Dockers only might have 1 win, but they are looking pretty good as well. They have played pretty well this year. They've been unlucky. They only just lost to Essendon, just lost to Gold Coast, and just lost to whoever they played. They only just lost. Brisbane. But I think St Kilda will be too good in the end for the Dockers and comfortably win by 32 points. Alright, so next we got West Coast and Adelaide, and this game is played at the Gabba. Adelaide are in shocking form. I've never seen Adelaide play so bad in their lifetime of footy. Like, they're just playing horrible. I don't know what's happening to them. I think I saw a video on Channel 9 about they had a camp or some shit and just ruined their thing. I'm not sure, but the Eagles coming off a massive win against the Swans. What a win that was. They were unbelievable, back to the Eagles of old, and I think they'll be really too strong again this week and defeat the Crows by 56 points. Alright, next game is Melbourne versus the Suns, and this is played at Giants Stadium. But Suns are in amazing form. They did lose Matt Rowell and lost pretty heavily to Geelong in the end, but they were in that game and they looked very well, and they have been a very good team this year. Anyway, the D's, they have been a bit scratchy. Hadn't had the best start to the year. They played very well in that last quarter against the Tigers. They were very impressive. Nearly ended up coming back in that, and they nearly come back against Geelong as well. But they need a string of 4-quarter performance. Christian Petrarca, has been massive for the D's. Hopefully he can fire and play some really good footy. And if he does, the D's could get it done, but I just can't see them winning, and I tip the Suns by 23 points. Alright, next game, Essendon and the Roos at Metricon Stadium. These teams have had a lot of memorable games. Anthony McDonald-Tipungwuti sealing it against the Roos last year. Can he do it again this year? Anthony McDonald-Tipungwuti. We'll see, but Roos coming off 3 disappointing losses. They played not well against the Swans, played pretty poorly against Hawks, even though they only just got done. They didn't play well, and they played shocking against the Dogs. They were just outplayed, and I'm not being biased, but they were not great. And the Bombers, they have came off a magnificent win. They only just lost to Carlton. That was a bit unfortunate. But a massive win against the Pies, and I think they'll be on their winning ways against the Roos and get the win, only just by 6 points. Next, we got Port and the Giants. Played at Metricon Stadium Sunday afternoon, and I think this will be a very close game because of Power. All their wins have been against teams that aren't the best, and I went up against the Lions and played like shit, to be honest. I'm just gonna say it there. And the Giants have had a very good couple of weeks. They beat the Pies, and then they easily beat the Hawks, and they are looking very good. It's going to be a very close game because both these teams are looking and hungry for a win. But I think the Giants will be too good for the Power and get the win by 11 points. So next, we got the Tigers and the Swans at the Gabba. And the Tigers coming off, like I said, a nice win against the D's. Sorry about my nose. And Sydney coming off a very disappointing loss against the Eagles. They were not great, and they were not great against the Dogs as well. They played shocking. So I'm going to tip Richmond because they played very well last week against the D's. Even though they weren't at their best, they played very well and scrapped out the win. But I tip Richmond comfortably by 37 points. Alright, last game of the round is the Blues versus the Dogs. And this could be a close one. It's at Metricon Stadium. Blues coming off a disappointing loss and Dogs coming off 3 massive wins. So Blues have looked good though recently, and they always play well against the Dogs. That's what I see. They always play well against us. They nearly beat us. They beat us last year, and they lost to us last year. Charlie Kerner kicking 7 in that second game. That was really scary for the Dogs. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But the Dogs are playing some wonderful footy. Back to the 2016 of old, I reckon. Their pressure has been absolutely elite. The big gun standing up. Bonampelli hasn't had the best start to the year, but he has to get going soon, I reckon. He's had a couple good games, but I reckon against the Blues will be his standout game. I think the Dogs will be too strong for the Blues. Even though the Blues are in pretty good form, the Dogs should get up by 28 points against the Blues. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if I got more views on these videos because I take a lot of time to edit these videos and make these videos, and I just I'm not aiming at like 1,000, I just want at least 100 or something. Just, I don't know, if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. I'd really, really appreciate it. I love all you guys, and see you later.